Hello, my name is Rachel, and I'm going to tell you about my 2017 reading goals today. First off, I set my Goodreads goal in 2016 to 80 books, but was secretly hoping to hit 100. And while these numbers may not sound very big to you, I was coming off several years of barely hitting 30 books in a year. While I've always loved reading, it really wasn't until the past several years, and especially the last year and a half that I've been on BookTube, that my reading has just really been on point. It's just a lot of motivation on BookTube here and finding different resources like graphic novels and things that I can get through a little bit faster, as well as audiobooks, which have been a game changer for me. But aside from all that, I went from a series of years where I was only getting 30 to, I think, one year, then I got 60, I think my first year on BookTube, and then last year again, I set it at 80, hoping I would hit 80, and secretly hoping I would make 100, and I actually did hit 100 last year. So this year, I'm going to make it official and set my actual Goodreads goal to 100 books, and I'm even going to try to go past that, but no number in mind. 100, though, is the goal for the year. My second goal is for at least 30 of those books to be books that I own. I own so many books that I haven't read yet. I'd really like to start weeding that down, so my goal is to at least read 30 books that I own on my shelves currently that I haven't read. I'm also, as like a side note to this, going to try to really curtail my book buying. I am not going to make an official goal this year, though, because last year I decided that I wasn't going to buy very many books. I decided no books. That's what I decided at the beginning of the year. And then I had just subscribed to some sort of book subscription. I can't remember which one. So I was like, okay, besides those 12. And then I found some new releases. And I said, okay, besides these 12. And then it just went chaotic from there. And I think I bought more books last year than I've ever bought before. So we're not going to set no books as a goal anymore. But it is going to be in the back of my mind to try to stop acquiring so many books when I can only read so many each year. But that was a very long-winded way to say I'm hoping to read 30 of the books that I own this year. Next, I would also like to read one new release each week. If you are new to my channel here, I try to post a video every Tuesday about new releases that I am excited for that are coming out that week. And in the past, it's mostly just been me kind of bumbling through the description of what I think the book is about and why I'm interested in it. And while that's still kind of interesting, at least to me, I'd really like to be able to review at least one book in each of those videos each week. So my goal is to have read one new release for each week to talk about on my new releases video. Next up, I'd like to try to read more adult and more literary adult books. That is an area that I really just don't get into much. I find myself generally reading books for children, middle grade, and YA simply because that is my job. I am a K-12 school librarian, so that's kind of my wheelhouse, and I tend to put off the adult books, and I just didn't feel like I read many last year, so I'd really like to amp that up this year, especially like literary fiction, because I just don't read that much of it. And for instance, when they were doing all of the book awards at the end of 2016, I realized I hadn't read like any of them. So I'd like to try to get more into that, just to try to be more well-rounded in my reading this year. And lastly, for my channel, I would like to try to post 2 videos every week. I've been kind of sporadic. Things keep getting crazy. And my schedule keeps getting busy, but I really think 2 is doable, and I just need to make it a priority. I will probably still stick to the routine of each week having a new release video and then one other video, be it a tag video or some other type of new, fresh content for you. I cannot, well, I guess I could, but I'm not going to specify which days they're going to come out. I'm going to aim for Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I'm not going to guarantee it because my schedule changes like day to day. I just never know if I'm going to have time to film a video or not, and I don't always feel like pre-filming every weekend, so I will try my very hardest to post 2 videos every week, and I'm going to aim for Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I'm not going to promise. So those are my 5 goals for 2017. I hope you'll help me keep myself accountable, and I am so excited to have officially set some goals on this channel. That way I can revisit them next year and see how well I did. You'll notice that I really didn't set any specific book goals because I have found this year, I've learned about myself that I don't do too well with the TBRs. So we'll see how this year goes with the vague goals, and maybe next year we'll set more specific goals. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what 2018 brings us. But for now, let's just enjoy 2017. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know any goals you have down below. I always love to hear other people's reading resolutions. It gives me ideas about how I can better my reading. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.